Over the next 3 videos, I'm going to show you 2 different techniques on how to fix broken wires in your vehicles, or if you're into the LED enthusiast world like myself, why you would need it. In our first video here, we are going to go over soldering iron, how to solder correctly, and how to make it not look like this by the time you're finished. Our second video, it's going to go over a newer way, not exactly brand new, but a different way to solder and how to get out of a pinch when you need to. Some like that way even better. And our third video we're going to go over is going to put what we learned today and in the next video into practical use. So without further ado, let's get this going. So I have these 2 wires. I already pre-stripped them. I have it here about a 1/2 inch back. Now I know not every time you're going to have that much to work with. Okay, so I'm going to show a pro tip before I get too far. Heat shrink needs to be protected on your solder connection, because no matter how good your solder connection is, if you leave it bare and it touches the ground and you're on power, you now shorted out your connection and you're going to have bigger problems. So as soon as you strip your wire and you cut it back, feed your heat shrink in this way. I could cheat and go through the backside since I have a loose wire, but most of us don't have that luxury. We also probably don't have the luxury of having a cable this long that needs soldered. Usually you're about right here and you don't have enough room for heat shrink. I'm going to show you what I do. So I always fan these out. I'll see people just try to connect them and just twist them a little bit and call it good and then hit it with solder. I don't do that. I don't like that method. I think it's going to fail over time. This is how I was taught almost 25 years ago. So this is how I continue to use with no failures. Now I've seen different ways of people taking it and twisting it and almost tying them. I don't have that kind of space with wire, regardless of what I'm using. Usually if I'm soldering pixels for Christmas lights, I don't have space to where I can really tie these LEDs or tie these wires together, sorry. So anyway, got it nice and tight. We're good here. Get my camera to focus. Work with me, camera, work with me. There we are. Got it nice and tight. It's focused in. We're going to go ahead and solder that. Everybody can see my magnifying glass. Raise your hand if you can't see it. No, Groot, you're good? Okay, everybody say hi, Groot. I'm Groot. I know, that's baby Groot. He doesn't talk like that. I'm sorry. Let's clean the solder tip. Still not very clean. So, application number 1. Do not do this, okay? We're not going to force feed that solder. Don't push it on top. You go underneath that wire and you hold it there. Have you seen the Pinecel soldering iron? This thing is amazing. Heats up extremely fast, cools down when you're not using it, safe to the touch within a few minutes afterwards. It's fantastic. So hold that on there. It takes a little more time this way, but don't be rushed when you're soldering and you will maintain a good solder connection. There we go. Now it's taking place. Take that iron all the way through your wire that you're soldering. And it's done. Check that out. I think I'd pass my electronics course all over again. Thanks, Professor Tate. Here we go. Sorry. You don't need my hairy arm in your face. Get the heat shrink. I like this heat shrink specifically because it has the kind of like goop in the bottom. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that with the camera, but it really waterproofs these seals. Anybody catch that? Anybody tell me that I was about to melt my cable because I put it on my soldering iron? I almost had to solder my heat gun. How come nobody raised their hand when I did that? All right, if you want to subscribe, hit that notification button, and you're going to watch what else I can burn live on camera. Thanks for watching. Part 2, I'm going to release next week. Part 3 is going to be soon after that, and we're going to make things light up. Thank you.